You're looking at it right now, the 2025 Lincoln Navigator. It's bigger, it's faster, it's flashier, and somehow it's more athletic than ever. In a world chasing EVs and whisper quiet electrified rides, Lincoln's flagship SUV sticks to twin turbos and bold design. So what happens when the Navigator leans into its legacy while borrowing some futuristic flair? Let's break it all down first. This thing is massive, and not just in size, it's the presence, the stance, the Navigator's upright proportions remain, but everything's been sharpened, smoothed, and enhanced. The front fascia is elegant, but commanding, with a new lighting signature that runs edge to edge. Day or night, it's unmistakable. Those slim LED headlamps flow seamlessly into the gloss black grille, which wears the Lincoln star like a badge of quiet confidence around the side. You've got clean sheet metal with minimal fuss, accentuated by two-tone wheel designs that stretch up to a jaw-dropping 24 inches. That's right, 24s. On a factory, Lincoln color options now include deeper metallics, muted earth tones, and a black label exclusive copper hue that is probably seen in sunlight to be fully appreciated. But there's one styling move that'll split opinions. It's the tail. The new split tailgate is functional, even clever, but the rear end treatment, with its recessed smoked panel and mismatched lines, looks a bit like a design committee ran out of time. Still, form meets function, and it all comes together for a look that says full-size American luxury, with just enough drama step inside, and the vibe shifts. This is where the Navigator really stretches its wings. Settle into the captain's chair, and you're surrounded by soft touch materials, leather that feels thick and indulgent, and a panoramic dashboard that demands your attention. The star here, a 48-inch wraparound display that arcs from left to right. It blends instrument readouts, media navigation, and even climate controls, yet somehow stays intuitive. The cabin lighting is subdued and calming, with ambient LED strips that can be customized to match your mood or your playlist. The seats are just as you'd expect: plush, multi-contour, heated, cooled, and massaging in the first two rows. The third row is spacious enough for adults, but still best saved for kids or shorter trips there. Clever storage throughout, from the deep center console to modular cue folders and wireless charging pads. And yes, there's even a hidden compartment behind the central screen for valuables or your phone, because Lincoln thought of that now. The tech. This is where Lincoln pushes things forward. The steering wheel is what they call a squircle, half square, half circle, and loaded with haptic controls that feel futuristic but don't overwhelm youth. 48-inch display is controlled through both steering inputs and a smaller touchscreen in the center. The layout's smart, but the secondary touchscreen could be closer to the driver's line of sight. We found ourselves glancing away from the road a little too long at times. Something to be mindful of. Blue Cruise hands-free driving comes standard, and while it's improved, you'll still get the occasional beep if your eyes wander. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are wireless connect instantly and work flawlessly. The Revel Ultima 3D sound system is one of the best in the game, punchy, crisp, and layered like a high-end home audio setup. So what about performance? Here's the twist: the Navigator isn't electric, but it's still surprisingly quick. Powered by a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6, it pushes out 440 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. That gets this 6,000-pound beast to 60 in just 5.1 seconds. No joke. It also stops better than before, with upgraded brakes, cutting down the distance by nearly an entire SUV length. Handlings improved too, with a tighter figure eight, lap time, and increased lateral grip. You'll feel it in corners, where the suspension sets quickly and the steering responds with surprising precision. But let's talk ride comfort, because here the Navigator stumbles a bit. It lacks air suspension, which its Cadillac and Jeep rivals include. Instead, you get adaptive Dampers that try their best, but can't mask the occasional jiggle and bounce over rough roads. On smooth pavement it glides. But on broken surfaces, you'll feel the difference. It's a trade-off, because while the Lincoln feels firmer and more athletic, it sacrifices some of the pillowy ride luxury buyers might expect them. The efficiency front, you're looking at 15 city, 22 highway, and 17 combined miles per gallon. Not bad for the segment, but nowhere near hybrid or EV competitors. A full tank gives you about 400 miles of range, and while there's no plug, Lincoln's made fast. Phillips simple, with a user-friendly fuel door and clear range. Rear doubts no. For safety, the 2025 Navigator comes packed with active safety features: blind spot, monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, adaptive cruise lane, centering, and auto. Emergency braking are all standard. It meets or exceeds current US crash safety ratings and includes structural upgrades designed for even better rollover protections. Let's break it down. Pros: gorgeous design inside and out, massive screen that actually works, impressive power and acceleration, next-gen tech integration. Cons: no air suspension means ride quality suffers on rough roads. Interior materials get cheaper. The further back you go, some design choices feel out of sync, especially at the rear width. A starting price north of $118,000 and our black label tester crossing $120,000. You're deep in Escalade and Grand Wagoneer territory, and while the Navigator beats them in some areas, like screen size, steering response, and straight-line speed, it doesn't quite match their consistency in ride comfort and overall material polish. So, who's this for? It's for the luxury SUV buyer who values bold, American design, cutting-edge tech, and wants to make a statement without shouting. If you like to drive your full-size SUV instead of being driven in it, and you don't mind a firmer ride to get sharper handling, the 2025 Navigator delivers for shift path. I'm signing off with this. The Navigator may not be electric, but it sure knows how to spark attention. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll catch you on the next review.